in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love Key Talk.
Welcome back to Key Talk Media. I'm your host, Key Talk. You already know Key Talk Society. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me because it greatly helps me out with the algorithm, and I'm appreciative of it. Thank y'all. Anyway, so let's get right into it. The boy has finally responded. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, we know that Drake has literally been at war with Kendrick for like 10 years already. But this year, all of a sudden, you got Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, Metro Boomin, who else? The Weeknd, ASAP Rocky done said some, Future done jumped in, and they're all pretty much have came together as like a conglomerate to try to take down Drake. You already know, if it's one thing that we know about Drake, when it comes to the rapping and when it comes to the bars, anybody can get it. And when I say anybody can get it, he just dropped a song. It's called Drop and Give Me 50. And what he means by Drop and Give Me 50, each and every last one of y'all that was dissing Drake, he's telling them all to bow down. Well, not really bow down, but drop down and give them 50, right? I'm going to read some of the lyrics for y'all to the song Drop Down and Give Me 50. But like I say, before I do read these lyrics, I want to say this. We will never get this level of greatness from J. Cole. And the reason I say that is because, think about this. J. Cole dissed Kendrick Lamar after Kendrick Lamar said he wanted to eat his head off and pretty much outdo him, right? And he came back and apologized for one person. Drake, on the other hand, is at such a high level of competitiveness, or has such a high level of competitiveness, and Kendrick has a high level of competitiveness as well. However, Drake literally is going against like 20, well, realistically, like 8 or 9 people all at the same time. Now, you think he about to come back after this bomb that he just dropped and say, hey, you know what, I'm so sorry, and let me take this off of DSP? No. Yes, Kendrick is a good rapper. We can't take that away from him. But as far as being competitive like the greats would do, like your Jay-Z's, your Nas's, even your Tupac's, we will never get that level of competitiveness and just excitement from a J. Cole, right? Completely been eliminated. After he dropped that song, responding to Kendrick, I was like, okay, I like this, right? He's showing that, hey, listen, it's my time. And then he came and apologized, all that. Anyways, let's get to the real top rappers right now, right? We got Drake, and he just pretty much dropped his drop down and give me 50, right? So let's go through the lyrics of this song. Drake said, I can never be nobody number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand. Now, he could be talking to any of them with this, right? Because we all know that whenever Drake does features, he pretty much boosts everybody up, right? Now, I don't know. I was thinking this was a Future, right? Because Future came out on this song and said, you my number one fan, dog, on his new album with Metro Boomin, right? So I guess this was a shot at Future, but I don't know if Future has actually had a number one. Let me ask Siri, because Drake said his first number one, he had to put it in his hand. Echo, has Future ever had a number one?
Future has never achieved a number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
Okay.
Despite his numerous hits and accolades, he has not reached the top position on this prestigious chart. While he has had several songs that have been very successful, reaching the...
Done. Okay, so she just said the Future's never had a number one. So I don't know, maybe Drake had a number one and just featured a Future on there, which therefore technically gave Future a number one. Who knows? But pretty much he said that in the first line, right? Now, as we continue, the second line, Drake says, you can't get booked outside of America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. So I don't know who it was being friendly backstage inside of his city, but we can definitely say everybody knows that there's a thing in hip hop called the Drake stimulus package, meaning he'll take an artist that nobody knows or maybe a few people know in their city, give them a song, boom, they blow up. Black Boy JB, if that's how you say his name. It's a whole long list. You know what I'm talking about? What was the going up? On a Tuesday, that dude right there, just a whole lot of people he done went through and did that to, right? And also, even the big artists, including some of the ones that's dissing them right now, like a Rick Ross, pretty much he features on the song and he boosts either their sales or get them some number ones or whatever it may be, right? And this is just honestly speaking, not picking a side and nothing like that at all. But it is, like I say, 20 versus like 1. So, of course, you want to see the person that is especially alone, if he's going to fight or if he's going to flight. You know what I'm talking about? If he's going to run or he's going to go to battle and be ready to battle. And Buddy chose to battle. And inside of hip hop, you can't do nothing but respect that like a lot, right? So it continues and it says, you won't ever take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 men's on? Obviously, that was a shot at Kendrick Lamar. What is like something in the Big Stepper was one of his projects, and he's just telling me ain't no Big Stepper pretty much, right? He said, this the bark with the bite, go, what's up? So Drake is literally saying, Kendrick, come on with it. You know what I'm talking about? You got this track that you've been holding in for who knows how long, 4, 5 years, whatever it may be. You come out every 3 years. You come out every 3.5, 4 years, say a little bit, sprinkle a little, do a little diss at me. I'm talking about go viral because you dissing me. Now this is the bark with the bite. So bring on what you got. And I told y'all, if Kendrick Lamar, who pretty much came out and dissed Drake on his on Metro Boomin's album, if he don't come out right now and respond to this, game over. You automatically lose. This ain't no respond back in 5 years, respond back in 3 years. No, forget all that responding back. Now, also, we may be able to see why Kendrick do drop so sporadically. I think that, Drake actually mentions it in his song because it's label issues that he's having, right? And he's kind of under control. I told y'all, most of these rappers are slaves. It don't matter how much y'all glamorize them and love them and stuff like that. Most of these rappers are slaves. They're contractual slaves, meaning they've signed a contract and they're inside a contract and they got to do exactly what that contract says unless they're able to get out of their contract and then be able to do whatever they want to do, right? So most of these dudes are slaves. I know you idolize them. I don't personally idolize rappers. You know what I'm talking about? I don't really I look at rappers as strictly entertainers. I'm not influenced by them. Don't idolize none of them. But I do talk about it because it's extremely entertaining for y'all, right? Anyway, so let's continue. And then he continues and says, I know my picture on the wall when y'all cooking up. Extortion baby. Whole career you been shook up. Cause Top told you drop and give me 50. Like some push-ups, huh? And Top is like Top Dog Entertainment. So it belongs to Top Dog. And that's his way of pretty much saying, like I told y'all, that whatever his label owner tells him to do, whatever Top Dog tells him to do, he had to do it for such a long amount of time. Now, he may have gotten off that label now. I'm not 100% sure, but he's pretty much letting them know, like, you're not no real boss. Like, you just, yeah, you rap good, but you're not a boss. You know what I'm talking about? You're not at my level because you're really not a boss. So it continues and he says, your last one brick, you're really not it. They make excuses for you because they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract because we got to see the split. The way you doing splits, your pants might rip. So that's him again saying, hey, man, listen, you're not a boss. A lot of y'all may not understand the splits part, but whenever rappers do songs, there's like a split worksheet that they got to do that says, okay, I get this much of the revenue that we're going to make. The producer gets this much. Any of the other writers get this much. And the more splits that you have, the less money that you're actually going to get, right? So it's pretty much saying that, within whatever type of contract or whatever Kendrick Lamar got going on, he's not getting a lot of his splits. A lot of the splits that he should be getting, other people are getting them, right? Then Drake continues and he says, you better do the motherfucking show inside the biddy. Maroon 5 need a verse. You better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give me 50. So again, playing on the fact that Kendrick Lamar is not really a boss. Maybe y'all think he's a boss, but he's just saying, like, look, the Maroon 5 verse he had to do, was forced to do it. The Taylor Swift verse, he was forced to do it. He don't have like a say on, okay, I'm gonna do this if I want to. No, the boss say do it, Top say do it, drop down and give him 50 push-ups right now. Anyway, so then he continues and he says, Pip Squeak, you ain't got Pip Squeak, you ain't in no big three. Sidgy got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. So he's pretty much just saying SZA, Travis Scott, and Savage are all above Kendrick Lamar. Now, here's what I'll say about that. Like I said, I'm not being biased. As far as lyrically goes, I don't think any of them got him lyrically because Kendrick Lamar, yes, he is a lyrical rapper. He just don't drop enough. Like, I just don't think he drops enough music. I don't care if we say, oh, this was a classic. That was a classic. Yes, To Pimp a Butterfly, super amazing, right? But he just don't drop enough. I think he got to drop more music. Now, if he dropped more music, it could potentially be a different story, right? But he's not dropping a lot of music, as we can see, at least what Drake is saying, is because he's tired of that contract that he's actually in, the splits. You don't want to drop down and give nobody 50 at all, right? And then also it continues and it says, let me scroll down here a little bit. It says, like your label, boy, you in a scope right now. So obviously Kendrick Lamar is signed to Interscope, and now Drake is like, yeah, you Interscope, but you literally in my scope right now. You know what I'm talking about? And then he continues and he says, and you're going to feel the aftermath of what I write down. And also he signed the Interscope and of course Aftermath. He reps those as well. Actually, in one of Kendrick Lamar's BET freestyle, when he dissed Drake, I made the pillow rapper, the soft pillow rapper Tuckers to something like that, right? He actually mentioned Aftermath. He said, Aftermath, get the last laugh, ha ha. And then, of course, he continued, right? So Drake continues and he says, I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just had this talk with I had to hike down. So I'm at the top of the mountain, but you were down there dissing down there wherever you at, Kendrick. So let me come from the top of the mountain just to have this, talking about this battle and this talk with you, right? Then he said, big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this? A 20v1? Obviously, 20v1, meaning it's all of them versus one Drake. And Drake has to line them all up. Boom, boom, boom. Headshot to everybody is what he has to do because Kendrick will respond. And if he don't respond, he automatically loses. Automatically. He can't be waiting no 4 to 5 years, right? But I think he's going, I think he got the message. I think he got the message that, like what Drake said, what he say, this the bark with the bite. What's up? I'm talking about bring it on. Let's go. So it should definitely be fun for the hip hop community to actually watch. And then let me also continue. And this, like I said, this is a level of entertainment and sportsmanship and competitiveness that not a lot of these rappers can do because most of the rappers can't really rap. Most of these rappers can't rap. I'm pretty sure I could out-rap most of the rappers, if you want to be honest. I'm talking about KTG Key Talk. Go look that up if you want to. But I promise you, I probably could out-rap most of these guys. Now, with that aside, let's continue what Drake actually said, right? He said, get more love in the city that you from, and I think that's towards The Weeknd because remember, some of these lines is directed at some of the other people. So we got to kind of guess and put together on who he's actually dissing to that line. And he said, get more love in the city that you from, Now, that could be towards, I don't know if it's towards Kendrick, but that line may be towards The Weeknd. Who knows? But the next line is very direct. He says, Metro, shut your up and make some drums. So all the stuff that Metro's been doing, all the putting the whole Avengers together to pretty much go against Drake. And the one line that Metro got was shut up and go put some drums, go beat some drums. You know what I'm talking about? And then he continued and said, let me scroll it. He said, yeah, I'm the sixth guy. I'm the front runner. Y'all think a manager was Chubb's little blunt runner. Now I think he's talking about The Weeknd. He says, claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it. Yeah, that's The Weeknd for sure. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing Abel bread. So cash blowing Abel. And I believe Abel is the first name of The Weeknd. Echo, what's The Weeknd's real name?
The Weeknd's birth name is Abel Makonnen Tesfaye, and he was born on February...
Stop. So The Weeknd's real name is literally Abel, right? So this is definitely at him. So Drake is calling out names of people. Just called out Metro. Now he's saying Abel. So he says, and when you boys got... So let's start it from there, right? Claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash blowing Abel bread out here tricking. We do for it just he doing for niggas. So in a way, he's kind of calling Abel fruity. I ain't gonna lie because it says what the F after that. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty much saying that Drake is saying he's spending money on women, but The Weeknd is spending money on men. And you can take that however you want to take it. You know what I'm talking about? I know how I'm taking it, and because I can see what he's trying to say. So I'm gonna continue and it says. Jets whip chains, wicked Jets. Oh, hold on. Okay, listen, you got to be when Drake is talking, he's very strategic, right? So before he said Jets whips chains, wicked. The line before that's when he said the stuff we do for women, you out here doing for men, right? And then the next line was Jets whips chains, wicked. So he could be potentially saying that The Weeknd is sending man to himself on jets, using whips. That's that freaky deaky stuff. I'm talking about and chains. So that could potentially be what he's saying right there. And then of course he continues and he says, Spend it like you trying to F, boy, you tripping, boy, you tripping. Drizzy Chippendale probably got your Chanel. I just got him done, boy. Don't make me have to chip a nail. Hold on. Roll it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. That's that flexible stuff. I ain't okay. You know Drake lately, I'm talking about, like I told you, I put everything, when it comes to Drake and rapping, I ignore the nails. I ignore everything because he can rap. You know what I'm talking about? So I specifically put the rapping in one category and the personality, including the nails and stuff, in one category, right? So he said, Drizzy Chippendale probably got your big Chanel. I just got him done, boy. Don't make me have to chip a nail. Rolling Loud stage, y'all were turned. That was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if your Lil BM kiss and tell. So this is self-explanatory. Everybody knows that Drake is out here piping down a lot of these people's, the rappers. A lot of the rappers that are going, excuse me. A lot of the rappers that are going to Drake right now are literally he's piped down their women. A lot of the beefs involves women. They always say a lot of the beefs between men involves women, and a lot of Drake's beef involves women because he's piping all down everybody's wife. What did Kanye West say? Man, Drake. When Drake goes at you, he tries to play war. Like he'll try to call your wife's mother, her sister, and all this stuff, pretty much insinuating he tried to pipe them all down, right? And what's the rumor? He piped down Wayne's girl whenever Wayne went to jail, right? Who was the other person? There's a whole lot of people he done just piped down their girls, right? And then it continues and it says, should everybody okay? Hugs and kisses, man. Don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every chain I own. Next visit, okay, cool. So he's pretty much saying when he run into them, they better do something. They're gonna do something because he's rocking all his chain, right? It continues. It says, I be rocking every fucking chain I own. Next visit, I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top state drop. Your little midget's better fucking better drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. Just really got me out here talking like I'm 58. Just really got me out here rapping that I'm living. I might have to take your latest girl, cuff her like I'm Ricky. Okay, cool. So he said, because really got me out here rapping what I'm living. And then the very next line is, I might take your girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky, because he's taking a lot of these men's girls. I mean, this is the truth, right? Everybody knows that. Slime, Drake will slime you out for your female. This is what it is, right? And it continues and it says, can't believe he jumping in. This turning 50. This is 100%. Oh, this is 100% about Rick Ross, right? Rick Ross is about to be 50. Actually, how old is Rick Ross? Echo, how old is Rick Ross?
Rick Ross is 48 years old.
Ooh. Echo, cancel, never mind. So Rick Ross is 48 years old, which is a couple years from 50. And that's why Drake just said, can't believe you jumping in. He can't believe he jumping in. He about to turn 50 because obviously Rick Ross was driving around in probably one of his Maybachs listening to Drake's diss song, right? And who knows, maybe he'll drop some bars as well. But let's continue. He says, can't believe he jumping in, this turning 50. At this point, listen, bro, Drake done got it The Weeknd. He done got it The Future, very beginning. He done got it Kendrick Lamar. So he's getting at everybody in his song. He's literally lining everybody up. Bang, 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 bang. Whether you like it or not, Buddy is contending. He's competing against a whole lot of people. It's like if this the WWE match and you got The Rock and he's got to fight Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Kane, all these people all at one time in a tables, ladders, and chairs match with no disqualifications. You know what I'm talking about? So let's continue. It says, can't believe he jumping in, this turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart, he got it from Drizzy. Now, that could potentially be true. If you look at a whole lot of Rick Ross' most successful songs, a lot of those are featuring Drake, or he's featured on a Drake song that, of course, do great, crazy numbers. Now, man, I ain't gonna cap, though. Ashton Martin Music, such a classic song by these two. So it does suck that, as of right now, we may not get any music together from these two anymore. But eventually we will. But I mean, for a while we probably won't, which does suck. But this is extremely exciting and entertaining. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so it's continuing. It says, spend that little check you got and stay up out my business. Worry about whatever going on with you and he said, well, you and see, a lot of people heard Diddy, you know what I'm talking, heard Puff. So he's worried about whatever you got going on with you and Diddy or you and Puff, right? And then it continues and it says, hey, shout out to the Hooper that be busting out the Gritty. The Gritty, everybody know the Gritty. That's going to be, what's his name? Ja Morant, who does the Gritty, right? So he says, hold up. Hey, shout out to the Hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, nigga. I ain't even tripping. And guess why he's mad, right? I wonder if y'all can guess why Ja Morant is mad at Drake. Yes, you probably guessed it like I just said. Ja Morant used to talk to Lotto's sister, but right now, Drake is talking to Lotto's sister, right? It's kind of like whenever Drake wants somebody girl, he just goes for it, gets them, and he doesn't care. It's almost as if like he's reached up to such a peak in music that now he gets a kick out of just taking other rappers' women, right? And of course, it's going to cause a lot of friction, a lot of drama, and a lot of beef that he's in right now, right? Anyway, so it continues and it says, all that heartbroken Twitter for just, I ain't even rapping after this. I'm way too busy. This for all the top dogs. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. And that song your guy is not starting beef with us. This been brewing in the pot. Now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think. J. Cole. I don't care what Cole think. That Dot was weak as, you know what I'm talking about? Just saying he don't care what J. Cole think. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, J. Cole is all about the peace. J. Cole don't want to do no type of competing, no competitiveness, no competitive spirit. He just rather say, hey, we're all next to each other. None of us are above one or the other. It's just, we're just this, you know, this horizontal line, a vertical line, all vertically together, all horizontally together, right? No competitive spirit in that, right? So Drake is saying, I don't care what Cole think, that Dot was weak as, you know what I'm talking about? Champagne tripping, he is not easing up. Good call Top to see if Top want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up. Top want to piece it up. Nah, see, now you're on your own when you speaking up. You done roll deep to this. It's not deep enough. Begging Kai Senate, boy, you not beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here. You not creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here. You not sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feet to us. So he's just pretty much saying, yo, show money and clothes money, we get that like that. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's just a drop in a bucket for us, right? And then it continues and it says, this ain't even everything I know, don't want to wake the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't want to wake the demon up. Drop and give me 50. All you niggas teaming up, drop and give me 50. And then there's an interlude, and I ain't even know it was an interlude, but I'm looking at the interlude for the first time. I ain't heard the interlude on a song, so let me just see, right? So the interlude says, outro. Yeah, drop. Okay, cool, let's get to this part right here, right, where it's actually rapping. It says, what? Hold on. Yeah, we got to get to this. This is hip hop, y'all. This is literally hip hop. So it says, what teaming up with all of y'all, falling like some dominoes, bros turning O's, dog, like I ain't got enough of those. I can't wait to see how far you niggas get to reaching now. This the been reaching now. Y'all drew the line. What the we got to speak about? Get your fucking head tap. You just get the peeking now. You had a song for 4 years. Drop that. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. It's me twice in my big three. I had to leave you out. So, hey, Drake say, drop whatever ballistic missile weapon that you got, Kendrick. Whatever Kendrick believes that he got, whatever other people are saying that he got, Drake is saying, bring it on. This is a direct call out saying, let's get it started. Let's get it popping. It's been 10 years of us both sneak this and back and forth. Let's go. You did that whole control verse. Say you ready to do everybody in. You don't got to worry about J. Cole no more. He's gracefully bowed out and bowed down and surrendered. So now it's just a mano to a mano. Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Even though Kendrick Lamar got like Drake, Future, The Weeknd, all on the whole record dissing him, so he got to go with multiple people, which is okay because I personally believe that Drake is at his best when he has something to talk about. When he's under pressure, when he's back against the wall, that's when he makes his best bars is actually meaningful that people enjoy listening to. Anyways, let me know something. So what we heard today, how do y'all feel about it? You know what I'm talking about? If y'all have heard the song, which I'm sure y'all have, who y'all think gonna win it all? Kendrick Lamar or Drake? Comment down below. Let me know what you think about his entire ordeal. I'm out.